Hey guys, and welcome back to Avatar Month. Today we continue on with our Avatar character studies for Legend of Korra, this time in the form of Mako. Now Mako unfortunately has a lot of bias towards him from the fandom, and I can see why that may be, but today I want to change some opinions because Mako is an interesting character, and that's why today I'll be looking at Mako and the importance of sacrifice. Now, when we meet Mako in the show, there are very many things that we don't actually know about him. He is a very mysterious character as a whole, but all these things are slowly uncovered throughout the show, such as the fact that from a very young age he witnessed the murder of his parents and went on to become the protector for his brother when they lived on the streets, even joining the triple threat triad gang to help support him and his brother, thankfully not doing anything dodgy that would go against his moral standing, instead just doing the maths side of things. But everything that he had done took a toll on him as a person. He had sacrificed a lot. His innocence in seeing his parents be killed, his youth by having to become the parent and protector for his younger brother, and even really his own morals. He is a very moral based character. Everything that he does, he has a side of right and wrong towards it. But joining the triads, that kind of wasn't really an option. He knows what these guys are doing and is still having to work for them to provide for his family. So when we meet him in Legend of Korra, he is a jaded, angry, and kind of not particularly a nice guy. But eventually, when his idea of family and friendships begin to expand and he sees and meets new people, these being Korra and Asami, he begins to open up a little bit more. Unfortunately though, when he does join Team Avatar, this cycle of sacrifice that he's put himself through for the majority of his life so far continues, because the dangerous situations they put themselves in, such as the Equalist rally moment when Asami and himself and his brother are arrested because of the fact that they are even there. He's putting himself at risk really during those fights, and when he confronts Amon and when he confronts Equalists and when they go to another rally to protect Bolin. All of these things are risk-taking moments, but he does them for the people that he loves. He's sacrificing the possibility of his own safety for those that he cares for. And while that is a good motive, there is a clear sense that he is... What's the nicest way to describe this? Bitter about it, because he is the one having to take this responsibility. And while it's not particularly a positive for him, it does lead to positive things, as we see in Book 2, where Mako has become a police officer, someone who upholds the law. And with his moral standing, this seems like the perfect job for him. Someone to protect those and basically, I don't know, he just seems like the type of person who would be a good cop. Yes, he does a few dodgy things here and there, and he does not fully abide by the law when the law doesn't help him in terms of uncovering the truth. This being when him and Asami set up their own sting operation using gang members, which leads to the downfall in his police career, at least in this season. Later on it is fixed due to the confusion of what was going on, but again, he is sacrificing his career, his morals, and putting his life at risk and ending up in prison because his general self-sacrificing nature has put him in this position, because he wanted to help Asami, and it even led to problems in his relationship by picking and choosing his moral standings, like telling the president what Korra's plans were, which lead to the South not really getting the help that they need. Then we move on to Book 3, and it's here that Mako has begun to understand what he needs to do in life, and that is basically not to do any unnecessary risks. Until, of course, the Red Lotus comes into play. But even then, really, his self-sacrificing nature isn't around as much until there's no choice for it to not be there. Facing the Red Lotus, he puts himself at risk. And yes, it is for his friends, but the risks that he is putting himself to are life-threatening. And while others are doing the same, such as Korra's fight with Zahir, his fights with Ming-Hua and Kazan are still more dangerous to him than others, really, because he is putting himself deliberately in harm's way. And really, luck and intelligence on his side are the only things keeping him from dying. And the fact that he's also then sacrificed his morals once again by killing Ming-Hua. Something that, as far as I'm aware, we've never actually seen him do. He has never actually killed someone before. This is the first time that he has fully self-sacrificed his morals. He has always been someone with a moral code, and now really he doesn't have one anymore. And it's then we go into the 3-year time skip. I think within that time, while we don't really see anything from it, he is beginning to change himself completely, realizing that everything that he has done hasn't had a positive effect on himself, leading to him killing someone, something he probably never thought he would ever do. And now he realizes he needs to change. And it's then being the bodyguard for Prince Wu that we see how much of a change he has gone through. He is a changed man. He is alert but doesn't put himself in danger, and he doesn't put Wu in danger. He makes sure that they are in situations with easy escape routes, and he is just constantly aware to make sure that there is no need for instigations of violence and just general dangerous situations, something that while he tried to get out of in the past were never completely successful. However, he is now also frustrated that his life has kind of gone back to the way it used to be. He is once again a protector, someone without a life of his own, who can't really do anything for themselves because of this duty that they have, similar to what he had with Bolin. And that's not to say that he blames Bolin or anything like that. It's just the responsibility of being the adult, really, and being a parent to a sibling can be burdensome. But as we see the rest of Book 4 unfolding, he has an understanding of familial relationships, and with the war occurring, he knows he needs to get involved because his friends, family, and just everyone that he loves and cares for is in danger. And in the final showdown, he realizes that his self-sacrifice has been probably one of the most positive traits of him as a person, because he loves those in his life. He is willing to go above and beyond for those that he loves, to the point that he is willing to allow himself to die by blowing up this machine to make sure that the machine itself can hurt no one else that he loves. He knows that he could die, but the reality is he is willing for that to happen as long as everyone he loves survives, because that's who he is. Yes, he is he sacrifices everything for everyone else, but that's who he is. And it's now that he realizes that he has no regrets for that. He believed for so long that the fact that he didn't get to be his own person was the downfall of his sacrificial nature, when really it just shows that he would give anything and everything for his loved ones. And that is his defining feature. The love that he has for others is what leads to him being comfortable and happy in the end for the sacrifices he has made in his life for those, to then not even see it as a sacrifice, but as a gift that he can give to those he loves. And that's why Mako is the true embodiment of self-sacrifice, but in a way that is positive for him and those around him. But what do you guys think? Do you think Mako's idea and actions of sacrifice are important to his character, or do you think there was something else? Whatever the case, let me know in the comment section down below. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. In the description box there are the links to all of my social media, my merchandise store and my Patreon. As always, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to make sure you are back for next week's Avatar Month episode, and just for generally the rest of my content that will come in future. Again, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys next time.